have our colleagues from the food bank with us
Yes,
yet?
we do. Dara Prince is sitting up there in the corner, waving at us right now.
Yay, Dara, welcome. Tammy with us as well? I've got my camera far away from me so I can move around here and be the MC, so I can't move, I can't scroll, but should we go ahead and get started?
I would say so.
Okay. Well, and I heard somebody outside my door here, so just in a second, I feel confident that someone's going to burst in, and my daughters are going to be coming in from somewhere, but pardon the interruption ahead of time. So, welcome to Hunger Walk celebration. This is a day in the midst of a pandemic that we get to celebrate the fruits of our labors, the hard work that each of your teams put in to make Hunger Walk 2020 a special success. This year, the pandemic curtailed the activities down at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but it didn't dampen all the enthusiasm and all the fundraising that you all put in to make Hunger Walk and to lift the boats and lift residents and citizens across metropolitan Atlanta, to lift their spirits and to ensure that food could be put on their tables. So we thank the Food Bank Metropolitan Atlanta for their leadership and putting this event together every year. It's an event that I look forward to. Lorraine, I don't know how many Hunger Walks you've participated in through the years. Let's not count. But it's something that all of us look forward to every single year. And when I think about what we do at Inspiritus, we couldn't do it without Hunger Walk. Because as you know, we're moving people along on a continuum from surviving to thriving. And people can't thrive unless they feel loved and valued. They can't thrive unless they have the very basics of life. Their safety and security has been secured. And only then can people thrive. And so Inspiritus is all about securing, first and foremost, those very basic human rights, those very basic human needs. And so feeding, housing, clothing, and then working on the various, people can then move forward if they don't have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from. And so, so we are proud that our clients aren't just getting by. Our clients aren't just surviving, but the Inspiritus clients, thanks to you, thanks to the teams that you represent, are thriving today. The Inspiritus clients are finding jobs, finding meaning, volunteering in the community. And that's no small feat when you think about the fact that many of our clients have intellectual disabilities and have been written off. Many of our clients, one of our refugees, in fact, is deaf and yet and blind, and yet she rides a MARTA bus when she can. She reads the Braille on the side of the bus to get her to her volunteer setting in the community. These are the activities that our clients are able to enjoy, and the rich life they're able to sustain thanks to your support, thanks to your involvement with Hunger Walk. So thank you. God bless you for the fun and the engagement that you've given to us through the years. And today we have some prizes and some celebration of the winners that we'd like to make. But before we do that, we'd like to throw it to Dara and to Tammy with the food bank to offer their remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dara Prince. If I can see some waves, just let me know that you can hear me. Thumbs up. Yes, awesome. Tammy cannot be with us here today. Myself and Tammy are the two event managers at the Atlanta Community Food Bank, and we actually organize and orchestrate the Hunger Walk event that happens every year, of course, or this year. Of course, this year definitely threw us for a loop. We started, and just to give you a little background, we started getting phone calls around March 1st with inquiries about what we were going to do and how we were going to handle it. And Tammy and I were still full steam ahead. We were really, really looking forward to making this happen. We felt like it'll be an outdoor event, it'll be okay. Our CEO, along with our executive team members, got a phone call on March 12th and was like, it's just not safe. We can't do it. We need to be responsible and do the right thing. So of course, as event managers, we still wanted to make this happen for the same reasons that John mentioned earlier, is that there's a lot of people need help and they try to sustain as best they can, but but they just can't get to the end of the month sometimes. So with that in mind, that's when we created Hunger Walk and made it a virtual event. With your support and everyone on this call and beyond, along with our other benefiting partners, the Hunger Walk event raised over $800,000. Yes, when I say hands, $800,000. We were ecstatic. Guys, keep in mind, it's the day of that we actually get over that hump, and I know you guys as fundraisers know that. All the work that we were putting in, it came to fruition. We still had our sponsors that said, you know what, we know the event didn't happen, we know we didn't get in front of people, but they were like, we still want to support the food bank. We had vendors that said, you know what, consider it a donation. So there's tons of things are still happening, tons of things. There was a lot of, just last minute things to make sure we kept this thing going and put it out there online. And this was the first time for us doing it, and we felt really proud. Of course, Lorraine has been an awesome, I can't even say how many advocates of a leader for Lutheran at Smyrna. Exactly. Thank you, Lorraine. She comes in, she has had several situations. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Pastor Jill. She's just had so many things going on, as we all do, personal, professional, and she's still there. She brings a wealth of knowledge, as this is only my first year in the development department. So she brings a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of integrity, just a wealth of character and sunshine along with it as well. Thank you very much. I don't pull any surprises, but I just want to say, with the over $73,000 that Lutheran and Smyrna raised, that's over 293,000 meals that was produced, which is an awesome statistic that you guys should be happy about. I think when I looked at the numbers last year, it was about a 15% increase from last year. So even going virtual, you guys topped that. So thank you again. I just can't say enough. And what this has also done, to give you guys some insight for next year, is we are planning to do the event next year. We are currently looking at dates right now, but it will also be a virtual event. So for those people that are traveling out of town, can't be there physically in person, those people that just want to donate, we had a young lady, she was 93 in her senior home, and she normally participates every year. And she ended up walking with a few other seniors in her facility. So they were actually at their location walking. So this will be a huge opportunity for us to do bigger and better things and to get back to that $1 million mark. I will not continue to talk. John, thank you so very much. Lorraine, thank you as well for inviting us to this celebration. You guys are the first ones to do this. Look at you constantly being innovative. Awesome.
Well, we really thank you, you guys, and on behalf of the children that we're in that we're responsible for helping to raise through our foster care program, and the families that we support through our intervention programs, the refugees and the unaccompanied minors who we are charged with caring for on behalf of them, and the adults with intellectual disabilities, and our victims of natural disaster. We thank you for giving us this opportunity to make their lives, to improve their lives, and to give them hope. And so it's a real pleasure And if you can stay on for a few minutes, we're gonna lift up our award winners. So we welcome you to stay on and celebrate with us those who really went the extra mile, the virtual extra mile. But before we do that, I think it's really important to lift up our two judicatory bodies. And, you know, we're an organization that, with support that comes from every nook and cranny of the metropolitan Atlanta area. It's not just the west or the north suburbs. It's right down in the city. It's Republicans and Democrats. It's Lutheran Church Missouri Synod and ELCA. It takes everybody, and everyone cares about the individuals that Inspiritus accompanies and walks with. And so I'd like to just tell you that on behalf of President Greg Walton, who he and I spoke together, it was just a week ago. He brings his regards, and we have his churches in the metro area involved, particularly Rivercliff, which had an outstanding showing. He's not able to be with us today, but he brings his greetings. And I'd like to give an opportunity for the assistant to the bishop, Reverend Jill Henning, with the ELCA, the Southeastern Synod, to bring her greetings. Jill?
Thanks, John. I am Pastor Jill Henning, and I'm the assistant to the bishop for leadership and administration. And Bishop Kevin Strickland also sends his greetings. He's sorry he couldn't be with you today. We have an event that starts at 3, and so he's prepping for that. But we are just so grateful for the partnership that we have with Inspiritus, for the ways in which our work together really brings God's hands into the community. And I'm just so thankful for each of the congregations that have participated in the Atlanta Hunger Walk. I came from a congregation who's on this call right now that has a long history of participation in the Hunger Walk. And I have a wonderful picture of my now 17-year-old daughter walking across the bridge over I-20 when she was about 4 and her best friend was about 5, holding hands. And they did that every year. And this year we didn't get to do it, but we got to do little virtual different things. And so it's a blessing because not only are we able to bring food and to raise money to support the Atlanta Community Food Bank, which does such amazing things for our neighbors around the Metro Atlanta area. I'm always amazed when I'm out, well, back when I used to drive, which I don't do anymore, but you know, I'd be all over town and there would be an Atlanta Community Food Bank truck. And I knew that that was bringing hope. That was bringing life to people in need. And in the midst of this pandemic, this virtual event was even more important. We could not have imagined that we would be in a situation like we are, and the number of people who are desperately in need of food, of having access to healthy produce would be so important. And so I'm so thankful for the ways in which you all continue to care for your neighbors, to follow Christ's mandate, to care for the least of these, especially during this time. And so thank you on behalf of the Southeastern Synod for all that you do. I know that it is, you know, a big celebration when we get down all together at the actual Hunger Walk, but there are months and hours worth of planning that go in to get to that point. And so I miss having our Lutheran party together as we stood around waiting to get our picture taken, that Lorraine makes sure happens every year. But it is a great way for us to be the body of Christ together. But I am so thankful that even though we aren't able to physically do that, we can still be the body of Christ, spanning these miles and working so hard to bring hope to those who are in need at this time. So thank you for Inspiritus, for your leadership in making this happen. And thank you to the Atlanta Community Food Bank for giving us the opportunity and for the ways in which you continue to bring hope to those in need in our community. So way to go, Lutherans. I know we're not normally prideful people, but, you know, blow those horns, get the balloons going, you know, do whatever emojis you need to do. But you know, it's okay to be excited about doing something that is this amazing. So thank you for every nickel, penny, dime cookie you sold to make that $70,000 plus happen. So thank you all, and I can't wait till next year when we can get out and do that. The bishop and I have started. Well, he started it, and then he challenged me. Have started walking every day, and so we're going to be in shape and ready for next year. So, so we'll be planning, Ms. Prince, to be out there and looking forward to having that celebration again in whatever capacity it's going to be. Right? If it's virtual, we'll get out there walking virtual, and if it's in person, then we'll be together and give high fives to everybody for being there for that. But we look forward to that, and we'll look forward to this continued partnership together. So thank you, Inspiritus.
Oh, Jill, thank you. You know, I didn't think that we could sustain the warm relationship that we had worked so hard through the years with the Synod, you know, following Julian's retirement and subsequent reemployment. But you and Bishop Kevin have brought incredible energy to that office, and we feel it. We're encouraged by you, and so just please give the bishop our regards, our warm thanks, and our partnership with him and with all of you. We appreciate Michael, his role with communications. We really feel like the relationship is growing and expanding, and so bless you, thank you, and here's a virtual high five for you. All right, so we are now at the point where we would normally, you know, give out this amazing trophy, and I think hopefully all of you have seen this this multi-tiered trophy, and I don't have it here because, well, we're social distanced. So I'll invite you to imagine this magnificent, you know, cup that we give to the winner every year. And I think this is the year to think a little bit about who is the inspiration behind the cup, behind the trophy. And Meredith Hendricks with PNN Trophy, that she and her husband, great lifelong Lutherans, were generous to Inspiritus, formerly Lutheran Services of Georgia, with pins, lapel pins, and with trophies for golf tournaments, and they created the trophy for Hunger Walk that we give out every year, and that's coveted. I mean, this trophy is something that we come to blows over practically, and the winning of this trophy. And so I can't wait to disclose to you the winner. It was a nail biter. But before we do that, I'd like to acknowledge Meredith because she passed away last year. And she loved this work. She was passionate about this work. In fact, she served as the judicatory rep on our board of directors for a number of years. And so, you know, the work must go on, and we do it in honor of Meredith. And we'll walk the extra mile because of the way that Meredith loved us and the way that she cared, and the passion with which she brought to the work of helping individuals and accompanying them from surviving to thriving. So we thank you, Meredith, and so let's get to the awards. We've got a top 10 list. We had 23 congregations that participated in this year's virtual Hunger Walk, and as you heard, the tally, the total was even bigger than last year by 15%. And that grand total, again, if you've got a noisemaker, and if you just got your hands and your whistle, get it ready, because that grand total this year for a bigger and better and grander Hunger Walk, for Inspiritus was $73,457. Let's give it on up. So now to the top 10. At number 10, we've got Good Shepherd Lutheran Church out of Woodstock, Georgia. Number 10 this year. They came in at $2,350. Yay, Good Shepherd. Number 9. Let's hear it for number 9. Christ Lutheran Church out of West Cobb. Another Metropolitan Atlanta church at $2,960. Number 8, in the city center, the headquarters of the Southeastern Synod, St. John Lutheran Church came in at $3,155. Woo! Everyone's a winner. Yes, everyone's a winner. But Cross of Life Lutheran Church in Roswell, Georgia, brought in nearly $4,000. They tipped the scales at $3,989. That deserves the glasses. I got to take these glasses off first. Let's see if I can get these on. Okay, so that was Cross of Life. Number six. We've got Rivercliff, and they came in at $5,138. Yay, Rivercliff! Okay, so now we've got to pause. We actually have, I'm going to expect a little drum roll here. I can't see with these on. Got to put these back on. All right, so back to the top 5 now. And this is where the big money begins, okay? Coming in with $5,725 in the envelope. I have the winner, number 5, Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, Marietta. Woo! All right, at number 4, at a whopping $8,280, Prince of Peace Lutheran Church in Johns Creek. We've got Dennis Wickert. We've got Jeannie Wickert with us. Thank you, team Prince of Peace, for your participation and for that huge dollar amount. Now, at this point, this was a squeaker. I mean, literally, this was a squeaker between Prince of Peace in Johns Creek, and they were beat out by $3 measly dollars. At $8,283, Lutheran Church of the Resurrection came in at number 3.
We're almost tied.
Congratulations to both of you.
Dennis is giving you $5.
Dennis will give money quick.
You betcha.
Dennis is the accountant, and the accountants have already done their job. So unfortunately, his gifts will have to tally for next year. But great way to duke it out for the 3rd and the 4th spots. But at this time, I'd like to just give a moment to our friends at Holy Trinity and Lutheran Church of the Resurrection. Those 2 churches came up with a challenge, and I think maybe this might have been the thing that catapulted both of them to higher totals. Their pastors said, you know what, let's have a challenge. Let's see who can raise the most money and the most number of walkers for Hunger Walk. And so Myrna Lee and Mike Fry, I think, are both on the call. So I'd like to maybe just give each of them a chance to talk a little bit about this challenge and kind of the fresh energy that it brought to their Hunger Walk team. So who wants to go first, Myrna or Mike?
I'll go first. This is Mike. Yeah, we appreciate a challenge. It always adds to the competition. We've done things in the past, and Myrna and your team, we appreciate it. We kept reporting every week where we're at versus Holy Trinity, and I think it helped us definitely push higher. So thank you.
Well, Mike, thank you. Myrna, what about it?
Yeah, it was definitely, it made it more fun, I think, for everyone in our congregation. We have done a diaper challenge earlier that year, which gave us an idea to do a Hunger Walk challenge with LCR again, and it really worked. It was a lot of fun, and I think it engaged a lot more people this year.
You know, without that challenge, I'm pretty sure that Prince of Peace would have beat out Lutheran Church of the Resurrection. So well done. And what a great way of having this friendly competition where the results only help inspirit us and the Atlanta Community Food Bank do better and do more. And so thank you both. Well done, both teams. And so now we are down to our top 2 teams. Who will win the coveted cup? Who will win the Meredith Hendricks Design Trophy? Who will carry on the memory in the future? And let me tell you, it was a squeaker. It was a tight race all the way down to the bitter end. And so we've got Kristen Fields and Travis at Trinity, I think both on the call. And then we've got Michelle Coleman at Grace Lutheran Church. They are our number 1 and our number 2, but which is number 1 and who's number 2? Who's number 2 and who's number 1? I know it's killing you. I know it's killing you. So let's get to it. Clocking in at a whopping $10,000, 5 digits, $10,955. Dennis, if you want to give $5, you can put them over 11 grand. We've got, who is it? Who's number 2? It is Trinity Lutheran Church in Lilburn, number 2 this year. That means at $11,621, we have Grace Lutheran Church in Carrollton. They have dethroned the dynasty that Trinity is. They've done it. They've put them down, and Grace has ascended to number 1 in 2020. Congratulations to Michelle, to your team, to your team, and congratulations to Trinity for all those years of leading the way. But the mantle this year has been passed. The mantle has been passed this year to Grace. And Grace, you'll only be able to keep the trophy if you continue the excellent work that you did in 2020. Otherwise, you snooze, and one of these other competitors is going to be on your heels, and they're going to be number 1. But I'd like to give both Travis and then Michelle a chance to say a word. Travis, are you on with us?
I guess so. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was really a challenge this year, but we tried to stay with the program. We take a lot of pride in our Hunger Walk record over the last 10 years, and it was definitely tough, you know, those last couple of weeks trying to get everything turned in and all. But we're just proud. Our congregation just takes the Hunger Walk, you know, really seriously, and we're just really proud of what we were able to do.
Travis, we're proud of you too, and I love coming out every year for your Oktoberfest and the tent and the celebration with your people. But this year, I am headed to Carrollton to Grace, and I'm going to be celebrating with your people. Well, maybe virtually, but we're doing it, Michelle. We're going to celebrate with your people. And so, Michelle, congratulations to you, the church, your team, your captains. We'd like to give you and members of your church a chance to bring greetings.
Well, I am just so thankful and so surprised and excited. We have been trying to, in love, unseat our competitors for quite a while, you know. We do like to think of ourselves as a little church that could, and so we just keep trying every year, and every year we make a little bit more progress, and every year we know that that makes a huge difference for the people in our communities that are finding themselves in need of food or who are food insecure, not just there in the big city of Atlanta, but also here in our small community of Carrollton. Knowing that ACFB is a huge, huge partner for some of our local ministries that provide food assistance. So it's very exciting. But this is a labor of great, great love on behalf of the folks at Grace, led by Michael Derrick and Bertie Schmidt, who both have huge hearts for social ministry and for outreach. And none of this would be possible without the work that they do throughout the year, encouraging people to give to Hunger Walk and to participate in the event when it happens. And we were disappointed, of course, for it to not happen in person this year, but are thrilled with the opportunity to continue to give so that the ministry and work of ACFB can continue, because the needs are only increasing. So we're so excited to be part of this and to be able to support the work of Inspiritus and the Community Food Bank. And we love and appreciate the great challenges that we offer to each other, because yes, indeed, everyone winds up winning when we work together for this.
Absolutely. Michelle, thank you. And you know, it is the winner goes home with the trophy, but I think the people that we get to accompany and that are moving from surviving to thriving are the real winners. And I know $11,621 is a lot of money, but you put it with all those other teams and it totals an unbelievable sum. And so you're all winners in the food bank's eyes and in Inspiritus eyes. And frankly, we want to build on this. This is the kind of thing that we ought to be able to blow out of the water next year. And so while there's so much uncertainty in the world that we live in, you know, are we going to be doing, you know, in person? Are we going to be virtual? We don't know. But what we know is that the need is still there. And the will and the passion and the energy to meet the need is in your congregations. And so let's harness that energy and let's begin planning now for 2021 Hunger Walk. And you can count on Inspiritus, and I know you can count on ACFB to be planning something really special. And before we let you go and sign off, I'd like to just take a special moment to thank Lorraine DeRoe for her leadership to make. She was unflappable. You know, I mean, this was a time when, you know, she could have thrown her hands up and said, I don't know. But Lorraine, she's the quiet, unsung hero, and she soldiered through and put on a great virtual event. So Lorraine, bless you, thank you, we love you, and we just can't say enough about you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, so I think that's all I got. It has been an honor to be your MC for this year's Hunger Walk celebration. And Lorraine, Sarah Burke, Virginia Spencer from the Inspiritus team, I feel confident that I have omitted, or I'm sure I need to be corrected, at some point. Let me know what did we forget this year?
Not a thing.
What?
Nope.
All right. Well, I don't know how to close a party because the party should just live on and we should just celebrate. But I guess we all have places. No, we actually have nowhere to go. But anyhow, we wish you all well. Stay safe. Be well. Thank you for your love and your concern, your passion for the work that we are all engaged in. And God bless you all. Take care. See you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Handling everything.
Oh, can somebody come over here and help me clean up?